When I look at graduation and I see students walk across the stage, I see stories, I don't see products. And so knowing where they come from and what they're about is most important to me. But I would want them to know that that's also what we're about, that furthering of them, that looking inside themselves, self-reflection, producing a better version of themselves, not something prescriptive. That can be hard to process. We're in a world where people want to buy an outcome, and we are not a school that says, at the end of this, you're going to be something from box A or box B or box C. We're going to say, this is you. You're the outcome.
The vision for Mid-Pacific Institute starts first with its history and its people. And our tradition of being a smaller school, Manoa Valley, this beautiful place right beside UH, all the things that we do and all the things that we are, our DNA is based on the embracing of new days. And for us, our new days are really, really bright.
This school has been part of a project called Schools of the Future for 5 years now. And they not only have been one of our most successful schools internally in terms of integrating technology and project-based learning and performance-based assessment into classrooms, but they've had an influence on many other schools because they've been a model.
Every single day that I come to school, I want each school day to be longer. Everyone's friendly to each other, everyone knows each other. We're just like one big family, and the teachers and the staff are really, really nice to us.
I like to be at school because it's a fun place to be. It's not a place where after school I want to leave right after. It's where I want to stay and like build more relationships with people, and I feel really comfortable at this school.
We know that society has changed dramatically, the world of work has changed dramatically. So for us, we want to make sure that we're keeping an eye on those changes and making sure that our educational model fits those changes appropriately.
We're all focused now on creating a learning environment that does include things that are 21st century skills, like collaboration, problem solving, critical thinking, and this kind of inquiry, project-based learning that we see every day is so exciting because you see even young children going way beyond what you thought developmentally possible. Every day we are surprised as teachers.
We're small enough to provide that sense of community, that sense of ohana, and that sense of belonging, while at the same time being large enough to provide our children with as many opportunities as we possibly can.
We're really excited to have the NPX program go into its third year here at Mid-Pacific. It's a project-based learning program and it's interdisciplinary, so students work on solving real problems, combining language arts, humanities, math, science, and technology.
Rigor is really important, and I think that in the middle school we are preparing our students not just for high school, but for college.
We talk a lot at Mid-Pacific about the 21st century learning skills, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, etc. And the arts have been teaching those skills for thousands of years. When you're studying an art, you're not just studying the art, you're studying in theater how to work as a group, in visual art how to communicate an idea through something other than words, which means you have to have a much clearer idea of what you're trying to communicate than if you're just speaking.
We have unique opportunities in major arts disciplines for students to pursue their interest in the arts, their passions, but also to have a very strong academic program.
The athletic program fields over 85 teams, boys and girls athletic teams. And most of the teams are coached by some of the best coaches in the state. And so, for an incoming student athlete, can be pretty confident that they're going to have a great athletic experience here at Mid-Pacific.
It teaches them responsibility, it teaches them goal setting, dedication. We're teaching the complete student. We're not just focused on athletics, that we're focused on academics as well as sportsmanship as well as community service. So we're putting out a well-rounded student.
The one-to-one program is indeed a game changer. It allowed us to put a piece of technology in the hands of every single one of our students, every single one of our faculty, designed to change the way we teach, designed to change the way kids learn.
It's an incredibly powerful platform because more than anything it's dynamic, and so it's adapting as we're using it to fit the kinds of learning situations that we're in.
Suddenly, the world has opened up to our students. Learning doesn't just occur inside the classroom. Learning is all over the place. It's out in the courtyards, it's sitting on benches. Students are researching, they're gathering information, they're creating videos, they're communicating with schools on the mainland. They are asking and answering questions that cannot be answered in the classroom.
We're in the Weinberg Technology Plaza, which is sort of the heart of our math, science, technology program. And we're proud of the facility. It opened in 2003.
Aerodynamics, engineering, architecture, to our TV production studio, creating our own yearbook, all those different facets. We look at what are the latest technologies in the workplace, and we have those within our center here.
What was fascinating was when we brought colleges in, almost immediately they said to us, oh yeah, we get this. This is the kind of learner we want. Oh, we see students are working independently. Oh, they're learning to work in groups. Oh, they're designing their own projects. Oh, they're getting their own resources. Yeah, these are what our college students need to be able to do to survive in our school. And that affirmation changed the conversation on our campus and with other folks. And so now it's been more a case of what are the most powerful ways we can use that space to support the learning we want to see. A typical kid you meet from Mid-Pac is in student government, and they're in a play, and they're doing a sport, and they're in 3 AP courses or an IB program. And so they end up with a very diverse portfolio, which we really know enriches what they can look at as themselves as future learners. So we think that strengthens the program dramatically.
That's the first thing I would tell parents, is that their child will be part of a close-knit ohana that cares about them and that gives them a chance to pursue things that maybe they never thought they'd be interested in, and then get really good at those things.
We'll give them the skills. You look at any of the academic work that we're doing, my goodness, yes, of course they'll have that. But are they good, solid persons? Do they have a sense of morals and ethics? Can they make the hard decisions? Will they be able to do that in life? That's where it makes a big difference.
It was an amazing experience that I'll never forget. It was just amazing graduating with all my friends.
It's been great. It's been since 5th grade. I'm so excited, but I'm like, it's a sad, sad thing too, because this is a great school and great environment, and I'm gonna miss everyone.
And the first time we ever step foot on campus, it just has a feel about it that you just feel like you're in the right place. And it's a beautiful campus, beautiful people.
Educational experience, athletics, everything you want in a child's education is here at Mid-Pac.
School should be hard. It's healthy to come up against the wall because kids actually can always do much more than they think they can do. And to underestimate them and to not give them those challenges would be a real disservice. We get surprised by them every day. It's even better when we watch them surprise themselves.
So if we can get the kids to leave our school with the notion that they are here in this world to take all the gifts they've given them, and Mid-Pacific has provided them many, many gifts. That in addition to the gifts that have been provided by parents, if they can take all of that and return it to those who are in great need, then I think, wow, what a better world we would have today.
My colleagues and I at Harvard Graduate School of Education are running the Research Schools International Initiative. And what we're doing is reaching out to schools around the globe in order to study issues that are important to educators on the ground.
The very specific situation of Hawaii, not only in geographical terms, but also in cultural terms, like influences from 3 continents at the very least, and a very interesting demographics, a history that is also very interesting and interesting in terms of languages and cultures, and the vision behind the Mid-Pacific Institute approach was for us of the utmost interest.
Now more than ever, the students really need to be critical consumers of information. They're inundated with information from all over the place in the internet and everything else, and they need to be able to sort what's facts and what's not, and they need to be able to critically solve some of these global issues that we're facing and think creatively, and as I said, interact with students from all over the world or colleagues from all over the world.
You have a lab here in Hawaii in general and in this Mid-Pacific Institute in particular that can be extremely useful, not only for your own population, for the students here and so forth, but that could actually be very useful for other people around the earth. And so that's the reason why we came.
So something that's really stood out for me at Mid-Pacific is the ethical curriculum. It seems to be really strong. It was really important to me in choosing the school as a partner. They have a strong character education program in the early grades, and you see it throughout as a thread. Yeah, it's something that I'm personally very passionate about, is helping develop kind of good human beings, not only good intellectuals. And I think that the school does a great job at that and is really committed to that, and that's important for us.
And since my own goal was always to raise my children as cosmopolitan as possible, I think that I would have sent them immediately to this place without any sort of hesitation, because this is exactly what I understand as the ultimate cosmopolitan approach to education. But there is more to it. Obviously, the extremely dedicated team here takes this global education aspect extremely seriously, but also the rest. Everything we've seen and heard so far is more and more attractive, at least in my eyes and in my ears.